This video is sponsored by Caleb and Brown. They help their clients buy, sell, and swap cryptocurrencies with a 24/7 personal broker service. Sign up today.
Now let's go on to that token I was talking about, SUI, S-U-I. Yeah, I have two articles for you, so we'll separate them both. But the first one is how they're going to be utilizing radio waves to bank the unbanked. So that's right. People always wonder if the internet went down, what happens to crypto? Well, there are ways out there to use blockchain still. Radio waves, satellite, and internet. So if internet went down, you still got satellite and radio waves keeping it secure. So let's see how SUI blockchain is tapping into the radio waves. So here we go. The SUI blockchain is innovating with alternative methods such as radio waves to enable offline crypto transactions for unbanked communities, even those without internet access. Pretty cool that more companies are doing this. Now, one of the main objections to crypto-based payments is the uncertainty about what will happen if the internet goes down. Will users be unable to access their wallets? Well, this is an issue worth troubleshooting, particularly in regions often subject to power shortages or difficulty accessing the web. However, this may no longer be a problem as the SUI blockchain has been exploring what it calls internet-less transactions through an innovation mechanism to keep crypto flowing regardless of the circumstance. Now, Cointelegraph's Andrew Fenton spoke with Adunyi Abiodun, one of the co-founders of Mistin Labs, the developers behind SUI, to understand how they're bringing internet-less crypto tech to the world. So how are they doing offline transactions? Well, according to Obidin, the idea is to use mobile networks or even radio waves to send crypto texts when the internet is down. He said that the team has already completed research that allows them to transmit transactions over using just the waves under the water, long distance radio, and even compressing transactions in such a small way that it can fit even in the smallest size of text messages. Now, here's what he said exactly. We can effectively allow you to transmit transactions using multiple communication channels without the internet as a relay. Now, that matters when you have disaster recovery issues, even when you have outages, or when you just have low connectivity areas. Abodium said that it could be a very powerful development within the crypto space, particularly regarding unilateral payments. We call it internet-less transactions. Now, SUI has already tested this method, and it's already working according to Obidin. Now that the task is to integrate this to be operational in the Internet of Things devices, which could also benefit decentralized physical infrastructures, or DPINs, as we've seen lots of articles about. And those types of projects, something that SUI is also investigating into. Now let's go over a DPIN future. DPINs have been rapidly expanding niche of the Web3 and decentralized space, with some insiders saying that they are poised to disrupt major industries like cloud computing, and Obidin called the idea behind DPINs very natural, using participation, and will work to collectively run a public piece of infrastructure, now benefiting the greater public while also earning rewards over time. Now, it's a way to actually fund public infrastructures without a huge economic outbreak. We've done it with consumer devices, so you could also reverse it out for large enterprises as well. Now, in a scenario with no cellular connectivity or internet at all, yet GSM is available, and SUI's idea is to use mesh networks to relay the messages out there, and they look like the use of satellites and relay mechanisms or even radio. Now, if I open up a radio channel between two relayers and I can encrypt a message that can go over radio and one end to the other, it'll be delivered to your phone directly. I think these are the kind of things we're looking at because it gives you new ways to do payments. However, these internet-less transactions don't have to stop at just payments. It could be coupons, rewards, a credit-based system, or literally just data-related as well. Now, some DPIN projects are already in the space, such as the Helium Mobile project, which is working to create a decentralized mobile and wireless network. We got Wi-Fi Daba, an Indian internet service provider, launched a second round of its DPIN powered devices on the Solana network in March to bridge the digital and divide and connect to the internet. Now, how are they creating access? Well, many of these projects aim to widen access to digital services such as mobile networks and the internet. As is the case with SUI's internet-less transactions and payments, Obiodin said financial access has always been something we cared about and drives its focus on user experience. Now, we want more users to access financial services for cheap, He said, if we can reduce the barrier of entry for people who don't have the internet, then it means that more people can reach. So it's an obsession of how to reach more people. And the more people that can access, the stronger the network affects you and creates. So in other words, it's not just banking the unbanked, but banking the unbanked and offline. So he said that SUI is working with Chip Wireless, a Canadian mobile service provider, to test its ideas and is considered expanding into target markets, such as Africa. If there is a way to use technology to bridge that gap and to do that at no cost to people who need it, then look, that's a great endeavor as a whole. So, so very, very nice. So yeah, so if you're just basically wondering like how does like blockchain transactions, crypto transactions happen offline, that is basically it. So no internet, we still got radio waves and satellite, and these guys are tapping into that network. So very cool. So this is probably just one of the main reasons why you probably saw a nice little pump in the price of SUI. And yeah, and like this was again just one article. I still have another one right after this about it.